everybody. It is Wednesday, July 9th, 2025, 6 p.m. This is Stoughton Redevelopment Authority meeting. A recording of this meeting, transcript, or other comprehensive record of the proceeding will be posted on the town's website in SMAC. Times are approximate and items may be taken out of order at the chair's discretion. Do I have a motion to open the meeting?
Motion made.
All in favor?
Do we have a second?
Second.
Oh, second. Oh, thank God, right? Will everybody please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, first item on the agenda is bid openings for 24 Perry Street. And unfortunately, we do not have any.
Next.
This is going to be a short meeting then.
So, I did talk to, well, it's in the, I'll take number 9 out of order, the update of the sale. So I spoke to Walter partially this evening, before I came about, that there was no bids. Because they did go to the town hall, it would be out of his hands. So, we have a contract with him, I believe, until September 30th. So what he's gonna do is he's going to re-advertise, repost, and probably do it at monthly increments. So we'll have another bid openings. I'm just assuming this, like, we're in July, the second, our meeting in August. And then if we don't, our meeting in September. So he's gonna try to finagle different ways to try to get it out there. So, does anybody have any comments or feedback on any of that?
So what's the game plan as far as that's concerned? After September 30th?
Well, that's when his contract ends.
Right.
We can re-up it, hopefully we won't need to. Hopefully we will get some bids.
Okay.
So he said he was gonna restart posting it like Friday or something like that, so.
Do
And
we
we'll
have,
see.
yeah, sorry,
Go
I
ahead.
didn't mean to interrupt you. Do we have a backup plan, I guess, for what to do with this building, or?
We own it till we sell it.
Okay.
And there's nothing, right, I
Yeah,
mean,
pretty much, yeah.
it's not that we're not trying to sell it.
Right.
There's a sign out front, so we can continue to meet here and,
Yeah, in the
Until-
meantime, we're collecting the rent still, so we're
Yeah.
still, we're still
Right.
generating
Yeah, I
at the
didn't know if
same
there's
time.
Yeah,
like,
this
we
isn't-
should rent out the 4 parts, or if that was in the
we
plan. or
really,
something like
we
that.
really can't, it has to have a specific use. So
Okay.
for now,
Yeah.
right, this building is not costing us any money,
Okay, good.
Yeah.
so, because we have a tenant, so, that's that. All right, so the BSC invoice, Jeff Vassar, was told this afternoon he's unavailable to talk about the urban renewal plan bill. Did anybody have any though questions or comments on his bill, or to find out any informative information that they wanna share on it? Oh,
Feel
go
free.
ahead, go ahead, Rachel.
Yeah, it looks as though I went through it pretty carefully, and it looks as though everything that he said was authorized by the minutes, but authorized by a vote, and I'm not sure why there's a holdup in paying him, especially because the amendments to contract supersede the original contract, and the 30-day period we had to say whether or not we were unhappy with their work has come and gone a long way from now. So the other thing I wanted to ask is, who is the SRA liaison to BSC? Because that was part of the original contract as well.
I'm sure originally, it was nobody sitting here, because none of us were on the board at the
Yeah, I think it
time.
was Reggie, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, because Reggie had talked to me when I became treasurer. I asked him for some advice and things, and he had been saying that had been his role. I would love to take it up otherwise, if there's no objection to that, because I want to get this off of our, like, I want the urban renewal plan to be passed up to the select board. I want them to be paying, as I think Mr. Desmond suggested, I want them to pay for the MIPA review that has to go on. And then once the urban renewal plan is actually passed, then the SRA has a lot more room to do the plans that we want to do.
Well,
Like, it will cut up a lot of red tape for us, it will make things a lot easier. Not having the URP may have held up some of the other initiatives that we're doing, so I would love to just get this done.
okay, let me stop you a
All
second.
right, thank you.
So, it may say, yes, we agreed to pay for A, B, C, and D,
Mm-hmm.
but was A, B, C, and D delivered? That's what our main question is. Because there was things that were requested, even before maybe half of you were here, that were not fulfilled. So it may say, yeah, we agreed to pay for this, but you didn't deliver
What
it.
are the specific things that weren't delivered?
What was one of the things about the condemned properties, the list?
Yeah, I think, first of all, his fee included, I think, $1,800 to do a presentation in front of the select board. That's never taken place, so I'm certainly not gonna pay for that. Second of all, he was supposed to reevaluate all the
Yeah,
properties that
that's
were
what it was.
associated with it. I've never seen any type of documentation that has been updated. And just in reference to the 30 days,
Mm-hmm.
he was not including members here in emails, you know what I mean? So we never got updated emails. It was, I believe it was sent to Mark. And so, when waiting for updates, I didn't see any type of communication from him indicating that. So, like Roberta said, a lot of questions. I would like to see the before and the after. I'd like to go through a listing of the 7 or 8 things that the town suggested that we updated, which, resulted us in asking for additional funds. So I think there's a lot of questions that need to be answered.
And I think that vote was, and maybe Rachel's looked,
Yep.
it was like $8,000, do you recall, Rachel?
At the 12/13/23 meeting, that was Amendment 3. So the thing that is listed on Amendment 3, and then on 3/13/24, there is a vote on paying up to $15,200 to make the 7 changes to the URP
Okay,
requested by the town.
so you were right.
3 to 1.
Yeah.
So, and but he did the incorporated changes on July 10th, it says, and
But, right,
so I'm just going.
Right,
through
yeah,
them.
yeah.
So on August 14th, the URP was 90% complete except for the MIPA, which was like 50% complete or something. And then on the 11th, on 9/11/24, Mr. Desmond requested to finish the URP. You said that you did not, Madam Chair, you said
Right.
you didn't want to spend another 75K on it.
Right.
And we passed a motion to deny funding for moving it through the MIPA process, passed. But there is nothing about sending it to the select board or to the planning
right,
board.
and I'll clarify that again.
Yes.
So the revised urban renewal plan, that the planner and everything else, we were never sent that. And you gotta realize, this started even like before COVID.
Right,
So there was a lot of lull time that nothing got done.
right.
He hasn't been the most, quickest on doing anything. And so the MIPA thing also, why would we be paying him to do the thing to the state? Why would I be buying you a wedding dress if you haven't been proposed to yet? I mean, so
that's
why
great,
would we
yeah.
be paying for a MIPA plan when it had not been approved by the Board of Selectmen? That's really putting the cart way
Okay,
before the horse.
then if you think that the select board should be paying for the MIPA plan, that's fine. We can say that. We can say that for the work that PSC has already done, the select board should be the people paying for that. That's fine. But we haven't, as a committee, sent it to the select board. It seems like,
I can interject on that
Okay.
one. On the last meeting, in the same time window there, at the time that we got it, we were not aware of the changes that were made at that point. It couldn't go to the select board at that point. We voted at that point not to go forward with just the MIFA,
okay.
not to go forward to the select board, 2 different things. So at that point, we weren't ready. We didn't get that until, what, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago?
Yeah,
But
and-
she got it
but-
the same day Bob got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, that meeting you're talking, it took place, it was long before.
So my impression is that from the town planner, from the other people who are involved in this, they were waiting for the SRA to act. So like.
It's okay, but
and
did
that-
you
and
come
that
to
is
us and ask that question?
Right, I did.
Okay,
And I
and we
didn't get
answered
an
at that point, didn't we?
I did not, my question was specifically about, so we denied funding for moving it, but that is not the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing. To move it forward to the next permitting stage, which is that new, through the state, the new regulations
Right.
they came up with. We didn't vote not to move it forward to the select board.
Okay,
We didn't have the information to go
Okay,
forward
so-
at that point.
okay, so at this point, we do have the information.
No, I don't believe we have the.
Not until our questions are
Not
answered.
until.
Okay,
Until
do
he
we
can-
have a list of questions that we can prepare to send to
Not for
them?
this meeting, we don't, no.
Yeah, well, I
Alright.
had questions for him tonight, but he's not here unfortunately, but yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna pay, you know, I think you're mixing apples and oranges here, but, you know, if we're gonna pay for something, I wanna make sure that we receive the services. And so if he was supposed to, you know, put improvements into that plan, update the valuation of all the properties associated with that, and probably 3 or 4 other things, plus, you know, never mind going in front of the select board, you know, I wanna go through each one of those and say, okay, where was this? Where's Plan A? Okay, where's the update? Because from my recollection, I've never seen it. I've heard that it's in the process and I'm working on it,
The
but
town
I'm.
hall probably has
I'm
it,
Can I add something as well?
yeah.
Sure.
On June 11th, you guys asked me after the last meeting to contact him to confirm that we had the final copy that had been sent to the planning board.
Yeah.
I did email him on June 11th and I have not received a response.
Right, and that's the norm.
Right.
You know, several times we've asked for updated information. So again, if he's done what was required and what we requested, I have no problem with that. I just haven't seen it to get to the next step.
And we were also told that we paid for everything except that 15,
Right.
you said, I thought it was $15,000, so I don't know where he's coming up with
Oh.
the other amount of money.
So, just to be clear on my end, you have not seen the copy that Jeff promised to send on July 10th, 2024?
I think you said June 11th, didn't you? I think you just read
I-
up June.
June 10th?
I think.
Or no, this is last year. This is
Oh.
way back in previous times, full
I
year.
don't think we really, because it
Okay.
went to town hall, so it was irrelevant to see it when it wasn't done.
But-
Yeah, just to
okay.
kind of backtrack, when the town, we met with the town, they looked at it and said, we want you to change these 6 or 7 things. This
Right.
building needs to be incorporated, this one needs to be taken out, there's a list of it, and I'm sure you
Yeah.
read it. And then we waited, we presented it to them, and, you know, it was with them, and it was, you know, from my perspective, it was for them to review and tell us whether or not, yep, that, you know, I think Pam McCarthy was the only one that actually came back with some changes. And then it sat with them, and there was no communication from the town to
Right.
us to indicate that, so.
Right.
That's when, you know, I think you wrote an email to the town planner, and miraculously, before the meeting, he said it's been approved. But up until
Yeah,
that
so,
point,
yeah,
we hadn't heard anything as far as that's concerned, it was with the town. So now we're talking about something different in the sense that, he's looking for a payment of his invoice, which I have no problem, like I said, but I just need to see the changes that were incorporated in the revaluation of the properties. That was the big thing. I mean, that was over a year,
that is a great point.
you know, that was well over a year. I've never seen anything,
That was when Mark was still on.
yeah, I mean, I've never seen
Okay,
it.
then that's a long time ago, yeah.
Yeah, so again, if Jeff was here, we'd certainly, you know, go through the list and he can answer the questions. If he's got point A to point B, and this, you know, this is before, this is after, and we all agree upon, I have no problem paying from the services. I just can't get an
Right.
answer to a question, and like I said, the communication level has been less than desired, I guess, if you wanna put it that way, so.
Right.
I mean, we can invite him on for our next meeting, I
The
don't have a
thing
problem with
is,
that.
like, also in the contract, it says that we pay him $1,000 for showing up at one of the SRA meetings, but if the SRA liaison is the one who contacts him, the SRA does not have to pay for that. So having him come here costs us money. Having one of us talk to him does not.
He
Okay.
he wasn't coming here though. He was-
Okay.
He was gonna Zoom into the
Yeah.
meeting.
Right, but like it says for the meeting.
Huh, well, whatever.
Well, I mean,
It's paid, yeah.
I'd rather not pay money if we can avoid that. So,
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't want.
No, because this is what happens. We are a committee,
Mhm.
and we don't just contact people when we feel like contacting people who could cost us money without discussing. We discuss everything. The only thing that I, as the chair, have the right to do is if I need to contact the lawyer for something, I can just contact the attorney. But I am not gonna pick up the phone and contact Jeff or anybody else. Somebody in the town that I wanna ask a question to, that's different. But we don't contact people and ask them questions. Because if we get a bill and somebody contacts somebody, I'm not paying for it. And I don't think anybody here will. So, I don't, no offense to anybody, I don't want a liaison. I wanna hear all of us to hear what he has to say. Cause you may get something, I may get something, you may miss something, he'll get it. I don't want a one-on-one, and we pay him the $1,000 to come to a meeting, then we pay him the $1,000. I mean, he wants to get paid. We're only questioning him about a bill. And I
Right.
can't believe we have to pay him to discuss a bill. That to me is craziness.
I mean, the person
I
as.
mean, I think Donna could, when she re-invites him to the meeting, I'm sure everybody wants him here in August, right? Do I
He
have-
said he's willing to come in August, and I
Okay.
gave him the new date.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
maybe-
ask him, is there gonna be a fee for this?
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
guess the thing too would be, and Rachel, I don't mean to interrupt you, excuse me, but
Go for it.
maybe what we can do is come up with a list of questions that we can
Yes.
provide him, and he can be prepared to answer those at the meeting, so he'd be that much
That
more
was part of the thing that I wanted to do with him, because I'd responded to the email that he sent us. I hadn't gone out of the blue to contact him. I wanted to see, I wanted to see what the invoice was and broke it down. And that is why I contacted, and I thought because the contract is the way that it's set up, that if the SRA liaison contacted them, that would not bind the SRA to make any payments. And so that implied to me that if we were inviting him to the meeting here, then that would be committing ourselves to payment. And I think it's better just to have, I want to have the discussion that we're having right now. This is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to have.
And if we don't have it in a public meeting,
Right,
the public can't hear it.
right,
If I just talk to him, you just talk to him, it's not the same. This is a public
right,
whatever, so the public can hear us
right.
complain and question. So it's relevant, but he really shouldn't charge us to
Yeah,
question
I mean,
him
like,
about a bill.
this contract was signed in 2020. So like, we are bound because we are the continuing committee, even though I don't know if anyone currently on the committee was in there. So, but we're still bound as the committee.
Right,
And I don't want the bill to go up if they start charging interest rates or, God forbid, they sue or something. Like, this it could be so much more quietly handled if we come up with the questions now. I think that is a brilliant idea on Mr. Desmond's part.
well, we are trying to get to the result. He didn't
Right.
show up, so that's
Right.
not on
So,
us.
It's
that-
not on us to make him show up necessarily,
Right.
but now we have the opportunity to make, in an open meeting, the questions that we want to ask him.
Right,
And
yeah.
have him be prepared, have us be prepared to ask the questions that we want, and have him be prepared to answer them. I think this is a much better solution than having him show up with us not knowing what questions to ask.
I think people have them in their head, but.
Great,
I mean,
so
write it
let's,
down.
so reevaluation of the properties, when did, incorporation of the, changes that the town had requested on on March 13th? And then are there any other questions specifically that we'd like to ask him? And then we can send him, you could send the email, whatever, that he could have prepared for the
Well,
August
he
meeting.
sent us an email to Reggie
Right,
saying that we were paid up, and then we voted on this new 15.
right, so we were paid.
So where is this other 7,000? Why was it paid up and now it's not paid up?
Okay, so.
So that's like a question, I guess,
Yes.
that I would ask.
So the
We-
7,500 was on what was voted on 12/13/23, and I think that was incorporating the, one second, sorry,
That's all right.
I tried to be very good. Okay, so that was paying the consultant, we authorized that at the December 13th meeting. So everything that was in 3, which was the 7,500, that was voted on in December 2023. And the things on the change order for number 4, and that 1,800, 2,500, 2,900, 4,800, 3,200, that is all from the amendment 4 that was made. So what you're saying is that you have not received the change document, that were being made
Can I just
to the,
stop you 1 second?
yes.
That first one, the 7,500.
Mhm.
What was voted, what consultant.
That was the third
He was the
amendment.
consultant.
Huh?
He's the consultant.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the one in December.
So
When we came back from the meeting and they requested those changes, that's when, we had a meeting and, to get those changes done, we had to authorize spending, spending.
Well, I thought it was 15,000, so
Well,
it's
I think the
75.
I think the first one was 7,500, correct me if I'm wrong.
that was the change order 3, yes.
Yep. Okay.
And then we had to do an additional change
Yes.
order that comes to 15?
And that change order, and it was originally expected to be higher, and they actually found out that they could do it faster, I think. Let me just check here.
That's the rest
So
of
we did that,
yeah.
and that was to make this, the 15,200 was to make the 7 changes to the URP requested by the town. And originally they'd projected it would cost 31K but it only had to be 27K, it says. So basically, what you're saying is you have not seen the work from the March 13th, 2024.
So yeah, if you incorporate updating of the maps, okay, updating tables and associated text, updating cost estimates for the financial plan, and a new plan.
So if they, so if BSC has a document post July 10th, 2024, would that be the one with the incorporated changes that you're looking for?
2024.
And that is when they started discussing the MIPA regulations that might cost more, which I agree with Chair Harbach that we don't need to be paying for. I think it was you, Mr. Desmond, who actually did propose that we have the select board pay for that, and I think that's a great suggestion.
Yeah, so that's, I'm just looking for the updated information that we paid for, that we're getting billed
Okay,
for.
right, yeah.
And if he, he can provide it to us and say that this was before we met with planning and the select board and the town manager. These are the changes they requested. Here's A, here's B, here's the financial data, all that specific information. I just haven't seen it,
Okay.
I've requested it, I think several times, but
Yes.
nothing as of yet, so.
What were the updated tables? What were those supposed to be?
I think the wording on some of the buildings, to incorporate that, where Max's gym is across from
Yeah.
the one in the corner, I think Pam
Uh-huh.
McCarthy wanted to include that. The verbiage on it too, you didn't wanna say things like, general business, or, you wanted to be able to kind of expand that and not be limited to.
Okay.
So that was the kind of the text as far as that's concerned. The big one I really was interested in was the, updated financial plan. That was the big boy as far as I'm concerned. That's what I was waiting on.
All right. Those are really good areas to
Do you
start.
have anything you wanna tell Rachel, since she seems to be
No, I'm good.
efficiently writing everything down? And I'm sure you're like, what the heck are they talking about, which is fine.
Yeah, so,
So we have a plan.
and I'm happy that we have the plan and that we can just, because this is the thing that, okay, so Donna sent out a document on September 16th, 2024, that was sent via email, and Jeff said that document is ready to go to town council for their review and requested approval. And that was that before or after? And that came in after the 9/11/24 meeting, which was the last time I saw it referenced in the urban renewal plan until I started running for office and came across all of this.
Okay.
And again, like I'm not trying to be a nutmeg here, like I'm not trying to just like do this for the sake of it. This is the thing that I am actually really passionate about, because I think it's gonna open up so much for the town. And like, I know the price tag here is big, and 20K that you feel like you haven't seen the work for, I understand that, I really do. I'm not trying to be like anything about that. But like, this is going to help us do more, basically. And it's gonna help the town do more, it's gonna drive investment, it's gonna do all of the things that the SRA is here for. So like, getting this right on the nitpicky details. So, so Donna has sent this, it's Monday, September 16th, 2024. That is the most recent version of the URP. And I think because that happened after the meeting, it might not have been brought up in the October meeting. And everyone thought it was on someone else's plate, basically. Like, it's not that anyone was malicious or tried to get it knocked down in the shuffle, it just happened. So.
All right, so you have, she's gonna give you the list, or you have the list that we can ask Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can
Did
send
you
my
ta-
notes
did-
to
were
you,
you taking
Donna.
notes at the same time as her?
I'd have to review the video.
No, all right,
Yeah,
then,
no. Like,
Rachel looks like she wrote
I
it
can send an
down.
email to Donna. I'm sure Donna has more.
And that way he
complete-
can have the questions and he can be
Right.
prepared.
Okay.
All right, anybody else have any more questions for Jeff?
No, not this time, I'm good.
All right, we'll see if hopefully he'll show up. You good?
Thank you for indulging me in this.
Yeah, no problem. All right. All right, comments. No public? Chairman comments. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like I already said, we're a committee. We do things as a committee. And we discuss things before we address other people and go see other people. And if you wanna talk as an individual, make your comments, that's fine. We're all individuals.
Right.
But acting on behalf of this authority, we have to take votes. And that's that, all right. Member comments, Rachel.
I have wanted to make sure, I had all this organized, but then I also, unfortunately, I had shingles this past month, which was very painful. And so it did distract it. So I wanted to make sure that we are on, Natasha and I are on the correct accounts. Everyone should be on the bank accounts. The STA has a policy of all checks must be signed by 2 board members. And I would like a board member to accompany me, and potentially Natasha as well, I'm speaking for you unfortunately, to have our names added to the bank accounts. I also wanted to see, like, basically everything Reggie was removed from, Natasha and I needed to be added to, so we can get the updates as well. Is there a good time for someone?
I think the computers are all good, right? She has her computer now. I don't know what you're not getting on the computer.
No, I mean, it's not about the computer, I'm
Oh.
just reading from the email.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. The
Okay.
computer is fantastic. But I wanted to make sure that I was, like, on the bank account so that I can get the notices as treasurer.
I'm
So-
never around.
Right, so,
That's
Mr.
why.
Desmond, Mr. Buckley,
What?
would there be a good time that I could arrange, or Natasha and I could arrange?
Well, please don't speak for Natasha,
I'm
because
absolutely
Natasha
not.
may not wanna be on the account. Because not everybody wants to be on the account.
Fair enough.
You're welcome to be on the account, you're welcome not to be on the account, it's up to you.
What's the policy?
It's a bank account.
What's the policy?
We, 2 people have to sign a check.
And does it matter what 2 people?
Doesn't make a difference what 2 people, as of now, the 3 of us are on the account.
Okay.
Rachel wants to be on the account. If you don't wanna be on the account, if you do wanna be, that's your choice.
Right.
But 2 people have to sign any check, that's all. I mean, she usually has checks for us at the meeting. There's usually 2 people here that can sign. Sometimes she calls and says, hey, you have to come in and sign a check, then come in and sign a check. It's just that it's a pain in the butt, right, Bob?
Yeah.
No, every time we have to, and then when we have to take somebody off,
Right.
we all gotta show up again. And
Yep.
then it's like, I'm calling him, if you don't get here today, they're gonna, the last time. So, the last person says, I'm not even gonna go on it, and you know, she had no plans on rerunning anyway, so she goes, why bother being on it for 9 months? I don't know what your intentions are, like I said, it's up to you, you coordinate with either one of these gentlemen and figure it out.
I have to get back to you on the schedule. I work in Arlington, so it's tough
Okay.
to get back, so.
Yeah, is the bank, I don't
The
even have the
Abington
name of the bank.
Savings.
Abington Savings?
Right next to the Dollar Tree,
Oh, great.
the old Randolph Savings, that's where we go.
And
Thank you.
I might wanna stop in there or call them as far as that's concerned, cause I think, and again, I might be wrong, but I'd hate for us to go there and them say, no, you need the other
Yeah.
members, cause I remember when we had to update it,
Oh,
I had to go, and then you had to go, and then we all had to go, or something to that
Yeah.
effect. So I have no problem. I live in Stoughton, I work from my house, so I can meet you there. But I don't want to go down there and then find out, we don't have the people that need to be there, because it was was, yeah, because you got the CD there, and you have the account.
And then will that also, the people who are talking on the investment in, I think, May, before I was an official member, what was that account again, the Bartholomew?
Yeah,
Okay, so I need to get the emails from them. I don't know if I have to be on the list.
I don't think we get much emails.
Reggie does, or Reggie did, because I have his old account.
Okay,
So,
but then you went on it.
Yeah, I mean, I get the emails, they actually just sent an email in reference to they're closing out, I think, June 30th. You know, we can't do anything as far as the funds are concerned for, I think, 3 weeks, but yeah, it's pretty easy
Yeah.
to request an additional email to be sent to you.
Oh,
thank you so much, like,
remember
What's that?
how they, the questionnaire that they
Oh,
sent?
yeah, it's a questionnaire.
They
yeah.
actually, I believe, they had like the first car.
Yeah,
uh-huh.
I'm just saying, like, yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
my
yeah.
sister-in-law and I have the same name,
Oh, no.
and I'm looking at it and I'm like, this isn't me. And I go, they pulled my sister. I never went on it. I don't need to go on it. I don't think you went on it. As long as somebody was. So it's up to you individually whether you
Yes.
want it. He can share, unfortunately Reggie was ill
Yeah,
and he didn't pass it on.
yeah.
I mean, none of us know what's gonna happen to anybody at any
Exactly.
certain time. I get that, but
Do you have the login to the accounts?
I do not, I think all of Reggie's accounts were revoked, but I had the emails in the past and I don't have them now. So, cause
Okay.
I inherited his account. And Reggie is, unfortunately, he is ill, he is, doing rehab this summer, so he's not gonna be available.
Yeah.
no, you
so-
don't bother him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't bother Reggie.
So
God
so
bless
thank you so much for indulging me in this. Peter, I will, no,
Bob.
Bob, I will email you. I'll figure out the correct account for emailing you.
Okay. Yeah.
It's amazing that I can keep my own name straight at this
Yeah.
point, so.
My mother had 7 kids.
Oh
She
my-
never had the right name.
Yeah.
No.
I have
Hey, you.
3 and they never get addressed right on the first time either, so.
All right, so y'all done with your comment?
Thank you,
Comment, No
yes.
problem. Natasha, you got anything?
No,
Okay, all right. Bob?
I just want to welcome Natasha,
Oh, yeah.
and congratulations.
thank you, thank you.
Best of luck. My comments from the last meeting was I was going to reach out to Paula
Right.
Roots. Had a great conversation with her in reference to properties that are out there. And a lot of things have changed, and so I thought it would be good to have her come, probably remotely. I don't know if she could come here, but just to explain the whole process as far as the taxes, the outstanding properties, the tax titles, the tax liens, and maybe there's a possibility for us to look at some of those and to reach out to, potential developer and say, hey, here's this parcel, it's not buildable, but you can utilize it for storage, or, I just think, within the town, there's not enough resources in there. They're pretty much collecting the funds, printing the bills, they don't really have someone to kind of look outside the box. So I think it'd be really good to have her come in and explain the whole process to us, at least from my perspective, because in speaking with her, a lot of things have changed. So I didn't know what the board's take on that was, if that was something we wanted to move forward with.
Anyone have any comment on it?
That's a good
And would
idea.
you like her to come to August, this meeting that Jeff's coming, or do you want her to come to September?
I think the process would be, if you guys say we'd like her to come, I can reach out, I have to reach out to her boss and request, and then if she gets the approval, then she'd be able to come, I don't know if August is, vacations and everything else, maybe September, but I will certainly reach out to her and see what she has to say.
All right, so if she can go in August, is everybody good with her showing up? If
In
not,
September.
All right, so Bob,
September.
August.
You want her to come in
You
August?
said August, right?
No, he's,
if she can.
If she can, you guys
Okay.
say, give me the blessing, and then I can call her, well, actually, I'll email her boss, or speak with her boss tomorrow and say, we'd like for her to, and then she'll make the determination, she'll either
Right.
say yea or nay, and then I can speak with
Yeah.
her and say, what dates would you like to come and coordinate that, so.
Okay.
All right, Bob, Sean, you're in your hands.
All right,
All right,
Nope,
got nothing?
nothing.
Nothing. I don't know if I should say anything about the tax bill, or should I just wait, cause that just came in chairman comments.
What?
I mean,
For the sake of just what if you wanna go through a little bit of the past history, because
Okay, so,
there's two members that don't know.
all right, so, taxes are due. It's that time of quarter of year
On this property.
on this property, and we have owned the property for about a year and a half. And Bob reached out right away about, because we're supposed to be tax exempt. And then we paid an attorney, and we went and saw Brian Winter, and we went out. So then, I think Coulter talked to me, and I think we've gone through 3 assessors since we bought this.
Yeah.
The lady was new, that's
Yeah.
gone, now we have a new one. So we have been paying half of the tax bill. And now we got a new tax bill, cause now it's a new fiscal year, saying what we owe. But then we also got a demand notice for the last fiscal year. So,
So
It
this,
just came today.
yeah,
yeah.
just to kind of add to that, Mark and I met with the assessor's office.
this is the prior, he's been gone for a year.
Yeah, he was the
Okay.
former chairman, so we went to the assessor's office and said, hey, we're exempt. They don't have anything in place that they can look at as an example, so what they wanted to do was set up a pilot program. And where, let's just say the taxes are $5,000, where, okay, you'll only have to pay $2,500, whereas we're more, no, we don't wanna pay anything. We should be, we're a quasi-government entity, and we have legal counsel that's indicating that. They told us to go talk to town council after our meeting, and, town council for the most part said, we don't represent you, you have to get your own counsel, and so we just kinda went back and forth and stuff like that,
We
so.
got our own counsel, and they talked,
Yeah, so from.
And they charged us.
and they challenged us.
A lot of money, and, the end of it is, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, they're, going forward, they approved it, but they didn't make it retroactive. In other words, they said, it took us so long, we had to come up with a plan and a pilot program, but we were still under the, no, we shouldn't be taxed, so we decided that, that we're just gonna pay half. Now, coming into the new year, we still owe money from last year.
Well, they say we owe money.
They say we owe money.
don't.
We say we don't, you know what I mean? So that, just to give you a little bit more of from a starting point as far as.
So did they readjust this bill to make it less money? I didn't even notice.
No, because they gave us the option beginning in 2026,
Right.
and at that point, the
Right.
SRA never made a
Right,
decision.
right. All right, so first thing, the new tax bill, what does everybody wanna pay? Not the old one, the new one. We usually go for half. I don't know if you guys wanna do half. Was somebody gonna make a motion?
Well,
'Cause
did
gotta pay.
we sink that ship?
No, I
we
mean,
didn't? Okay.
I just still pay the half.
This
And
is
then
the
I think I
26
would
bill,
appeal
right?
it.
And that's what they approved us for,
Alright.
to start in 26, is that what you were saying?
But we
No?
never
No.
made a decision.
Can we still make it?
No,
That's what I'm asking. Did
I don't
that
think
ship
so.
I thought we
sail?
went back to them and said, can we make this retroactive? And they said, no.
That's correct.
Right.
They said we will offer it beginning the next
but the
fiscal year.
paperwork, I don't know, was
And
ever
we never
filled out.
sent an email that said we accept this, or
Yeah.
Okay, so we're getting charged because we didn't complete the circuit there?
we're getting charged taxes because they feel that we owe taxes, but under chapter 121B,
Right.
it
Yeah.
states housing authorities and redevelopment authorities are exempt from property taxes.
Why are we paying half? Is that just to split the difference?
You
or
know,
is it-
kind of like we thought of as if it was a pilot program, they'd probably own. We were just trying to be,
Okay.
we didn't want
Cause
to.
it's like you don't cause
We
our
just-
position is we don't legally owe anything.
Right,
That was
Right.
our
So, like-
protest, that was our
but-
Yeah,
protest, is what
right.
it was.
So,
But
but
like
we still
pay
figured we
half
better
makes
just,
it seem like we are accepting that we pay taxes, we just disagree about the amount.
well.
I guess there's two
Yeah. So it's-
things
Well-
to that. I don't think we should
But
pay
that is
taxes.
something an attorney should do.
Right, I
So,
don't think
they've
we
already
should.
talked.
Yeah.
And we've already, but I don't, I don't think we should, but B, the pilot program would say, okay, make this contribution of $1,500 or
Right.
$2,000.
That's what we figured they
in
would
lieu
have us
of,
do.
you know,
Oh, okay, so you
Yeah,
wanted it to.
yeah, so
okay.
that's
Yeah.
why we paid the half.
so that's why we kinda said, well, we're not gonna pay the whole thing because they're gonna come back and tell us, you only owe half or whatever the case is. From my perspective, I'd appeal it.
They can seize the property though legally if you don't pay the back taxes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's.
Yeah, well, one number on
And that
the
would make it
list.
harder to sell?
Yeah, I think there's properties in speaking with Paula that are still on the books from 1982, so I'm not really too scared.
No, no, I know, I'm
I
just-
know, but I get it, I understand, but yeah, I think, you know, from my perspective, I'd appeal it and say, you know.
Well,
we-
I'm talking about the new bill, not the
Right.
old bill. So do you wanna pay half the new bill like we've been paying? I haven't got to the old bill yet.
Yeah,
Do you wanna do it together? Cause
The-
yes, I
the
agree
old
we
bill-
should appeal the
Yeah.
old bill.
I mean, the old bill is the $2,072.85? Or is that?
No,
Or is
she
that a different-
literally just got today.
Yeah, no,
The
I'm looking at
demand.
that email and I'm.
Oh, okay.
The new bill is no, the wrong one. The new
Okay.
bill is, $1,601.
Okay, and the 2,000 is the past due,
Right.
right?
The demand notice. Is there anything on there that doesn't have an appeal thing on there, does it? Or a hardship case?
And I was here yesterday,
On the
so
back.
it literally came today, so.
Right, right.
So is there something online that we can appeal it, or do we have to write to them, do you know?
I think there's a form you have to fill out,
Yeah, there is a form.
you know.
Is that something that Donna could do, or not?
Yeah, yeah,
Do you think you know where to find it, Donna?
through the assessor's office, I believe, so.
I think she has a good contact.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to insult anybody,
You know
but,
anybody?
But what am I appealing? They already said no.
no, they never said no.
I don't understand what I'm appealing.
They left it in our court, right? Is that what you said? That's what you
Right.
said, yeah.
I'm thinking we go back to them and say, wait a second here,
We appeal ourselves?
you know, we need to take it to a different level, whether it's the state or whether it's the specific, you know, just like when your house gets assessed and you don't agree with the assessment, you
Right.
can go to the next level.
I agree, but the chairwoman is the state appointee to the committee, so they won't even talk to me. I've called them and they said, are you the state appointee?
Who won't talk to you, I'm sorry?
The
The
state
state,
doesn't, the
they
state
will not
doesn't-
talk to me.
But they don't return calls though either, Donna.
No,
They're called.
I
know.
They said to me, are you the state appointee in
Right.
the SRA? I said, no. They said, we will not talk to you. You need
And
to.
I've called and they don't call back.
Well, who are you calling, I'm sorry?
You call the state, any of the, you can call the, it's housing, urban development, and
It's the
redevelopment, they're all
ODACD.
kind of together. I'll try again, but it says right here abatement, purchased by the insurance department, once the bills are issued, you're able to apply for abatement or exemption. The deadline for filing your abatement or exemption application will be measured from the date of the actual bills are mailed, not the date permitted. Okay, so it says we can get an abatement/exemption application.
And my husband said they won't consider any abatement until you get paid up.
Until you
Yeah.
pay it.
Right, so-
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, yeah.
Is there a
That's
reason
normal.
not to pay now and then to protest, just that we don't have this hanging over our heads?
Yes.
Like,
I mean, I
'Cause
look
it's
at
only
it,
2,000.
I look at it this way, when the building gets sold, all the taxes have to be paid anyways.
yeah,
So they just take it off just like a mortgage, they take it off before you get your check.
I mean, like, just in case, I would just pay it now
I
and
think we should do
then
the
appeal.
abatement for both of them. The new one, because, and for the old one.
Yeah, I have no
Has
problem with
any-
it.
yeah.
I don't think we should be paying taxes, period.
I totally agree.
You know, I think that's what our attorney told us, I
Yeah.
think, you know, so.
And I would,
I just don't think, from my perspective, so I'll go along with what the committee wants, but from my perspective, you know, that's ridiculous.
all right, so let's do two motions. First, let's take a motion on the new bill, that's due August 1st. It's for 1,600, whatever, does anybody have a motion on it?
Bueller? Anyone?
Second one.
Okay, how about the demand notice? Does anybody have a motion on the demand notice?
I don't think we have a leg to stand on that one, do we?
I think we should probably pay that. I would make a motion that we pay that.
I second that motion.
Yeah.
Aye.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Me.
But then once we pay, could we do an abatement?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I think. It'll make it
So
easier
that
going
was on the
forward.
demand one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so the current bill for the quarter, it's $1,601.10. Does anybody have a motion to pay it, partially pay it, no pay it, whatever kind of pay it?
And the tax exempt thing should be happening now, right?
No.
Or,
No, we never answered
Okay.
the email, I guess, so yeah,
Should
I'll
we
put it
answer
in
the
form of a
email?
motion. Yeah, I mean, can we send in the $500 and say, are we still open because the bills are not technically due yet? They've been issued, but they're not due yet. Can we still invoke that
Right.
plan or whatever they came up with? If not, then we'll remit the remaining. Does that make sense?
I don't know, I was
It is
trying to
late.
look for an email about,
Is the
this thing.
SRA planning to purchase any other properties, like ever?
No, that
Never
wasn't-
say never, I bet not in the near future anyways, yeah. Yeah, so it's, I mean, oh, I see where you're going with that, I think,
Yeah.
on that one, but it's, it might, well, to follow suit on that, maybe that is the better way to go, so if we get it in place now, at least to
Yeah.
have the abatement now
Right.
going
Right,
forward.
yeah.
Right.
Did somebody make a motion?
Did put it in the form of a motion. You want me to repeat it again?
Yes,
Yes,
please.
please.
Thank you. Put it in the form of a motion that we pay the current bill of $500, asking if that plan is still available to us at the 50%. We only pay half the tax bill.
Okay,
If
so you
that's
wanna
what
pay
it
half the, so you wanna pay $800.60.
Is that what the,
That
oh,
would be-
yeah, whatever half, 50% of the bill is.
Okay, so scratch the motion to pay 500?
Yes, whatever 50% of, I thought it was 1,000, sorry.
Okay. So motion to pay half the current real estate bill?
Correct.
And also ask about the program.
When does that do anyways? I'm
If they
sorry.
say no, then we
Regular
remit
bill?
Yeah.
the
First
remainder of
month, August first.
the remainder of the tax bill that is due.
We're in July.
Okay, and along those lines, we have not changed our address with them. So therefore, the water bill that's coming to Perry Street is being sent here, it's not being sent to our town hall mailbox, so it's being delayed. And also, these bills, that we just received are being delayed. Because
Okay.
we haven't changed our address in the assessor's office,
Can-
our mailing address.
Can we do that?
Yeah,
We'd have, yeah, I mean, as the board, we can authorize it to do it, to have it done. But do we need something, are the assessors gonna need, what are the assessors gonna need?
We have to turn this woman.
Oh, there you go.
But
okay,
I need to
Donna's
be
got it done.
authorized.
Alright, anybody wanna make a motion to let
Motion
Donna?
made.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Aye, okay. Yeah, I was looking for that. I'm so mad, I had something about this tax thing. Alright, administrative comments. You got anything, Miss Donna?
My comments were basically the real estate bill,
Yeah?
and, that's pretty much it. Oh, I did, advertise,
That time.
some furniture on, Facebook, but I did not have any bites.
Yeah, I remember I was checking with people and I was unclear of what needed to stay here versus what we would be able to give away. So I did give away a couple things, I think. It's all in the spreadsheet, so, which was a great idea of Donna's.
Okay, yeah, that's coming up. Well, we can talk about the furniture removal since you're kinda talking about it. We'll go to item 8. Alright, so she made up a spreadsheet with stuff, so it has the people, have they come to retrieve any of the stuff yet?
Let me just check the spreadsheet.
No.
I know that the police department has talked about, I think they want these chairs that we're sitting in
Oh.
right now.
Yeah.
So I told them that once we did vacate the building, they'd have
Okay.
them. And then the building department is interested in the flags, but we need to keep them here.
Right.
So like, but once we do know our leaving date, I guess, then we can.
Right,
Do that.
so nothing in the other room?
I don't think so. One second. We'll just open it.
It is in the packet too.
Oh,
I put the spreadsheet in the packet, the most up-to-date one.
thank you. Yeah, so, I don't know if there's a bunch of things that most people weren't really cooking on them, but,
So,
but again, like at this point it is, we could just donate the rest to someone who like will pick it up for us when we need to. So it was like, we're giving them first come, first served. I mean, like, I'll have, like, when we know when we are done with this stuff, I think we could have Reggie email all of the town department heads, and some of them contacted me about that. Like, I did give some things to the library, because they have a new, library of things, and, yeah,
okay,
so we did some.
okay.
Yeah, I reached out to the recreation department and the council on aging in reference to the TV, and both of them didn't want it, so, just an FYI on that.
Okay. All right,
What about DPW? Did you already say that?
he took stuff a long time ago.
Wait,
Before,
You did.
when we were over there, yeah, I kinda said something to him, I said, this is when the guys used to pick up
Yeah.
actual stuff. I said, you guys are picking up chairs in people's front lawns and bringing them here, so they can have a chair. So they came and got some stuff.
Yeah.
Those, the good old days,
The good-
remember when you could put out a chair? All right, so
And
anyway.
I did contact the
Phew.
historical society too about the big desk, and they were not interested, so.
All right. All right, administrative comment, minutes of previous meeting. Was there any changes on the minutes of the previous meeting? Everybody good with them or not? You good?
I'm good, yep.
You
I
good?
wasn't there.
Oh, that's right.
I'm
All
good.
right, so you wanna make a motion?
Motion made.
Second,
All in favor?
I,
I abstain.
Did you wanna abstain?
Abstain.
Yeah, okay. You got that, Donna?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I also, I know this was last minute, I made up the minutes for the joint meeting, that Natasha was voted in. It's nothing exciting, but, if you don't wanna vote on it tonight, cause you just received it and table it, that's fine, cause it wasn't in your packet. It's your call. We can either wait, or somebody can make a motion to accept, change, delete, or hold.
It's pretty
Make a
straightforward.
change.
Oh, did I spell your name wrong?
Yes.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Is it?
No,
No.
Parker.
Parker.
Oh, gee, it's
I didn't think it was that, yeah.
What?
I was very confused. I thought I got
okay.
it wrong before.
All right, uh-huh,
I'm
well,
gonna stop calling you that.
oh, I gotta change all these powers to Parker.
Oh, wait, is it?
That's funny.
Oh, no,
Oh,
it's right, right
that
here.
got
That,
me.
this is a.
That's how I figured I was right, but I thought but.
Okay. Anything else, Miss Powers?
Very powerful.
I think I got the date right. And I looked up when it started, 7:42, so, I mean, it's just discussion, nothing elaborate. Did you wanna hold them or approve them or what, with the amended motion, changes?
I make a motion to approve with the changes.
With the name change?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
You got the change?
I got it.
You got it right, her last name right? Oh, jeez. All right.
You have to rewrite this whole thing.
I know, I wrote
The
it
problem
all.
with doing it by hand, you can't just find and replace.
So that's that, okay, paid bills, any questions, the paid bills? Donna did say the rent came in today or yesterday for here.
The only question I have is, going back to the real estate bills. I know you want me to get an answer regarding the fiscal year 2026, but how am I gonna get a signed check? Because our next meeting isn't until
No, we're
August.
gonna write up, we have checks, we'll sign them tonight.
Do it tonight.
Okay,
Yeah,
but I thought you were waiting for an answer
Well,
before.
we'll
No, no.
supplement the rest of the payment.
yeah, well, we're gonna pay what we voted on, and then we'll write out, you can write out the checks, so we'll write them out tonight before
Okay.
we leave. Two of us can sign it. Oh, yeah, it definitely has to be paid because we're gonna be late. All right, so Donna said that the rent was paid here a day or so ago. Page Street paid, and all the other bills, and flash drive, and unpaid bills. Donna, did you correct your pay?
I had talked to you
Oh,
about
so
it.
you're gonna do it for next month. So
We-
Donna's gonna add an hour to next month because she messed herself up last month and forgot to fix it this month. So if you see something, it's because of that. And you caught it.
The one thing I did wanna tell you, and I forgot to include under administrative comments, was, I went through the minutes that we had on the website, and there were a couple missing ones. I did add them onto the town website, and I, put them in order by year and turned over 2 boxes to, town hall. And I downloaded all the SRA minutes that are currently on the town website onto flash drives.
Wow.
That's a lot of work.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah,
so we have a copy.
awesome.
Could I get a copy of one of those flash drives?
You have to ask the chair.
Madam Chair, may I please have a copy?
How much work is that, Donna?
Like for a flash drive, I thought I could just insert it on my computer and give it
She
back.
only has one, right?
I bought 2.
Okay, could I just copy the files on there and give it back, just because it would be
Is-
nicely organized?
Is every?
I mean, they're all on the
I'm
town
fine.
website.
Okay, then
fine
never
with
mind.
that,
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Actually, it might be easier, just do it on your, right, just drag and paste right onto the, from there, but,
Right, like I figured you had like a USB that I could just put in my computer right now.
yeah. I don't have a problem, I mean, it's, yeah.
I don't know how long it's gonna take her to download it.
No, they're already on the flash drive.
Okay,
She's just asking to take the flash drive and copy it,
okay,
I think, right?
Not like keep.
okay,
Like I wanna see if I can do it like before the meeting ends.
okay.
Yeah, sure.
Well, you really like history, huh?
I
Rachel?
do. I actually
Oh,
did
my-
major in it.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. All right, well, maybe you'll know, all right, so, let's go on to,
Well, because I got shingles, I'm secretly like very ancient, I think.
no.
So,
All right, so we did paid bills, unpaid bills, we were all good with that. All right,
Nope.
correspondence,
No, that's all I got.
The unpaid
got
bill
nothing.
would be my invoice.
yeah,
You gotta make a motion on it.
oh. The one that's an hour short. All right, does somebody wanna make a motion to pay Donna $257.50?
Made.
seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Beautiful, thanks, Donna. All right, correspondence. We got, I would be so mad. We received a letter May 7th from Wind Waste regarding their minor site modification over at Cage Street. And they have been having Board of Health meetings with the town of Stoughton since January. And we were never informed. We received this letter, but we didn't know that they were meeting with the Board of Health or anything until Bob Desmond notified me that in his Suburban Shopper, there's a public hearing.
Yeah. Hey.
And so Bob and Peter went to the meeting, and the meeting was canceled because Wind Waste was unavailable. Do you wanna say what you asked them at the meeting? The
Just
first meeting?
basically, I just asked where was the notice to these meetings that were taking place, and why wasn't the landlord of the owners of the property notified?
Thank you.
So basically, what I got, there was nothing on that meeting, but it was the second meeting they just had, forget what the date it was on, that Wind Waste was there.
And it was the meeting specifically just for that.
This is the public hearing, yeah,
Right, so they moved the public hearing to like 10 days later,
something like that.
because you and I both went,
Correct.
yeah.
And we asked the same question then, where was the notice to the landlord and the property owners? And they're claiming this May 7th letter here, and it was said by, what's his name?
Andrew Tiggs.
No.
Oh, that was the other guy.
Who's the other guy there? That's
Matthew?
Matthew,
Yeah,
thank you.
Matthews.
So he was told, that was a letter we sent to Donna, it was CC'd, it was in Donna's
To me,
email.
yeah, to
And I
me.
says, that's not notice. I says, that's notice that you're saying of the public hearing for this. Where's the notice to the landlord and the property owner that these hearings are taking place to begin with.
Well, that's just a notice saying that they're requesting a site assessment, it doesn't
Right.
mention a public hearing.
Not at all.
Yeah, and even that, but my point was, where is that? And they said that's what they consider notice. And I says, no, it's not.
Right.
And they
Right.
know that's not notice.
Right.
So
Right.
that's where, we're looking for something that's, basically you're supposed to go through the landlord first.
Right.
In typically these type of situations, especially because it is a quasi-town entity that is owner of the property. So that's what we're fighting, that's what we were arguing at that meeting. That was the only point I brought up at that meeting. I guess this whole public hearing has a whole slew of other components to it that people are just uprising about. It's got a lot to be thought about, and the authorities should be paying very close attention to it. I'm not gonna go into the in-depth of what the thing, Roberta, you know more about it than I do.
Natasha probably really doesn't understand, and maybe Rachel either, because they both know. So the redevelopment authority owns property on Page Street,
Right.
and there's,
Up on
Another property.
Up by
Yeah.
BJ's.
and it was taken over years ago, redevelopment took it over by eminent domain. And Conroy leases the property, and there was a lease done back in the 90s. So there's a solar array up there. They filled in the landfill, the solar array went there. But then this wind waste does C&D construction debris. And then next to it is a small, maybe acre property that you can bring your washer, your dryer, your stuff like that on Saturdays.
Yep.
So this wind waste now wants to accept additional household trash. So like the trash you put out front every week, they wanna be able to dump that there, instead of the guys going to CMAS in Rochester.
Right.
And so they need a new permit. They need a new whatever. So as landlords, as he did say that they wanna do this, they've been having Board of Health hearings, and we were never notified of the hearings. So, their lease ends in 2028. They claim to say it doesn't end in 2028, but their lease with us ends in, unless there's other information that we don't have. So there was, like I said, Peter and I both went there, he asked the question, I didn't have to say a thing because there was enough residents there that gave them a little heat about smelly trash, rats,
There's a project in
long
general.
lines, all this other
Right.
stuff that's, and it wouldn't be just Stoughton trash, they could take another town's trash.
Which is-
Yeah, that.
It's a snowballing kind of situation. So, we want to stay on top of this, as all residents of the town. And,
Well, I got them kind of on the
Redevelopment.
ropes on that one, when I asked them, when they were trying to explain how they're able to do that, and they says, what's per the amendment to the lease? And that's what I asked them, that was my expression too, when they said
Okay.
that. And I says, well, can you pinpoint to exactly what amendment you're speaking of? Well, he couldn't, they go, I don't have that right here in front of us, and I said, prepared for a public hearing, I guess. So that's where it was there, so I got it out in the open, they've been screaming about this amendment to a lease, to this lease, the overall lease. And we don't have it. And it's, well, supposedly the language that's in there is quite tied down to everything that's going on here. We don't have it, no one seems to have it. So we're figuring, well, how are you going by the lease? My point is,
Right.
if you don't have it,
Right.
and
Right.
that's where I
and
just,
we
and I
have,
left it
we
at
have
that,
asked them
many times.
legally
Right.
Yeah.
in the town of Stoughton.
Right.
So,
So
it was
our question is,
interesting,
basically.
these two men from this company were zoomed in. They're based out in New Hampshire, I think,
Is that what it is?
so,
That's where Wind Waste
I
is.
get it,
I don't know.
Portsmouth.
so they're not,
Yeah.
they're right there on a TV screen, along with a bunch of other people.
And town council.
And our
Brian
town,
went.
and Stoughton's town council was there, and I don't understand why, because they don't have to represent Wind Waste, they're there for the Board of Health. I don't know.
Who has attended every meeting since the beginning in January.
Right, cause
whenever
I
they
look
began.
back at their minutes, and their meetings are not recorded like this one.
Mm-hmm.
So I went back into the minutes to see, I go, they've been meeting with them
Yeah.
all year.
And they never notified.
Never notified
That's
them,
not
yeah.
cool.
But see, we also have a problem too, because this solar array that went up before any of us were on the committee again,
It was the old dump, the old town dump.
Right.
is on redevelopment land. and we were never notified. The previous, through the Board of Health. So there's no communication in between the boards. And finally, this year was the first year they started collecting money for that solar. So this town has lost, what, 3 or 4 years of solar array? Personal property tax, $300-something thousand a year.
So I would think that the Board of Health at this point would wanna over-communicate, so something like this doesn't happen ever again, so, and just that, you know, the other thing, as far as the lease is concerned, from my perspective, when we asked for it, if your argument was, yes, it is 2058 and it's not 2028, I would have the lease in front of you and say, here, this is, and then to Peter's point, you know, here in this agreement in the lease says that we can do A, B, C, and D. I don't know how someone can make a decision, you know, that might alter our lease agreement. So the Board of Health could make an agreement with them that doesn't, you know, that doesn't supersede the lease that they have with us.
Right.
So I just can't understand why there's lack of communication. I mean, I just happened to open up the Suburban Chopper and see it. Other than that, this would have already probably
Yeah.
known, it would have went like this and we would have gotten, we wouldn't have even known. Now we're kind of asking questions and trying to slow down the process. I know the other towns haven't been notified either as far as the abutters are concerned. So it just, to me, it's just, you know, not the way that it should be rolled out. And I think we should dot the i's and cross the
Yeah.
t's. And I think the next meeting, we should, you know,
We're asking for very simple things.
Yeah,
It's just,
you know, I mean, basic
where's the
questions.
lease?
I mean, I plan on.
We're not gonna refute it.
I don't
It's
know,
just,
I'm
where is it?
hoping I can go to the next meeting. I think it's July,
This,
it's a
public hearing?
third, no, well, we gotta look. I think it's the
Yeah.
third Thursday of the month.
it's on the website.
They've also, oh, the public hearing they tabled it to another date,
Yeah.
They got a lot of grief from residents.
Good.
and their own board members.
Yeah, and some of their own board members, so they tabled it, and I think that the residents did enough of a job on them, besides dealing with us.
And I don't think it should be approved until we get answers to our questions.
No,
You know, so.
but
It shouldn't be rescheduled.
put it this way, if I'm asking you to do something, right, getting your permission, you would think I would know that I have your permission already, it's in the lease. So the Board of Health, you're gonna defend them here, they're assuming that they're allowed to do this,
Right.
because they're asking for it. You're not gonna go all the way to them
Right.
if you don't have the okay with us.
Right, but I mean, when you're engaging with the town back in October, November,
Yeah,
I think that'd be a good point to say, you know, something, we should probably bring someone in from the SRA or include them in this type of conversation, because A, they're the landlords, B, they have the lease, and, you know, it's just, you know, so
Yeah.
from my perspective, I guess, I don't know.
Just good business.
Thank you, yeah.
And the Board of Health was working with Mark when he was still on the board, so,
okay,
on
you
on
was?
the site assignment.
Oh, okay, didn't know that,
Oh, for up there?
So they were aware that we were the property owners.
okay.
Is the lease online? Like, where's this
No.
lease document?
You don't even know where the
I feel
original
like
was.
I heard that there was a sweetheart
Okay,
deal
we have
somewhere.
copies of just the versions that we have. I have a copy, you have a copy of it, so I can get another copy.
I think the original one
It's
was,
only hard copy or a soft copy?
I only have a hard copy.
Yeah.
Could you
It's
scan it
scannable,
for us?
it's
Yeah.
scannable. Yeah,
Well,
it's scannable. It's not that, it's about that thick altogether, but it's.
So maybe I'm uploading all of this right now, maybe it's in there.
No, I don't think so.
We checked. We checked everywhere to
I'm
see
sure.
what we could find, but it was just the fact that those pieces, certain components to the language that they're trying to use
Yeah.
doesn't exist in the stuff that we have.
Right.
So that's what we're asking for.
Yeah.
I mean, all the day long, we are a quasi town entity, a board, but according to the mass laws, we're also subject to audit, just like the town is. And when you don't have those things in place, those are hits on an audit. And anybody, you know, so that's why we need to get it in place. Basically, that's all we're asking for. We just don't understand why it's such a I don't know. But
Well,
they quote from it.
I think Wind Waste is confused, because one lease after another was signed. For that 28 acres, I'm just gonna make up a number, around 28, where the solar array is a lease that every 6 years renews, or is it 5 years for 6
It's
years?
evergreen, yeah.
Or whatever you wanna call it, till 2058. But the piece that Wind Waste is on is only good till 2028. So they're probably confused because there's parcel A and parcel B. Well, you're not parcel A, you're parcel B. And we spend a lot of money for an attorney to go through this whole process,
And they're paying tax on parcel B.
They're paying taxes on the whole thing, the tax bill we just got. And now it appears the solar array, unless there's another solar array somewhere, is paying
Not that I know of.
personal property tax on their solar array. They did go to the Board of Assessors, remember, because we were there, we wanted to meet the guy?
Yeah, we tried.
And he didn't show up,
We're waiting for him.
and he wanted to change it to pay the real estate taxes, but the real estate taxes are already being paid by Wind Waste.
Is
So
it-
they get, and why would you pay real estate taxes on this if there's nothing there?
Right.
But their solar arrays are worth money, you know, the personal property taxes.
Right.
I mean, they got away with it for 3 or 4 years, not paying a damn dime, and
Yeah,
now, and they're trying to,
The other thing too with that, and just to add on to that, is, you know, we get a tipping fee for every vendor that goes in there and jumps in.
town of Stoughton, not the redevelopment.
Right, right.
Oh.
Gets that because of that property.
Correct.
And when I was on the finance committee, we would always ask, you know, where the statistics, you know, and somewhere in the agreement, it was a minimum, no matter what happened, the town got $100,000. For years, that wasn't the case. And so we had to go back to them and, you know, reevaluate that and get in communication with them to the point where now they put that statistics out on the website. And, you know, we've been getting much more than $100,000 because people ask good questions, good follow-up, and people are finally doing what they're supposed to be doing. So, you know, that's why when we talk about that opportunity as far as money's lost, you talk about solar array money being lost, and now we have the, you know, there's just absolutely no communication in reference to the redevelopment as far as anything is, you know, as far as those monetary situations are concerned. So just, it's a history, so it just adds to the, you know, the frustration level.
That's your lease right there.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah, we're gonna need you to read that, and,
Okay, no, this.
We're just gonna break for 10?
No, like that lady who read the 900 and something pages for the big beautiful bill.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, no, I actually still have the things on the tipping fee in here.
do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I got this, oh shoot, where is it? I got it, okay, no, it's in here somewhere.
Perfect example is, it does that lease constitute that construction tipping fee is paid at one rate, and now the new waste that they wanna bring into there is at a different rate?
Right.
And you would know that if you had a copy of the lease, but, you know.
Yeah. But anyways, that's, I think, I mean, hopefully that kind of brought you up to date with what's going on up there.
Thank you.
Yep, that's good, thank you.
Madam Chair, before you go on to the next topic.
Yep,
I did find an email, it was sent to the entire SRA, and it does say, that the board, met regarding the pilot, the Board of
What
Select
board?
Board. The Board of Select Board.
Okay,
And that they can only offer fiscal year 2026, but it cannot be implemented until the past bill has been paid.
Oh, I do remember that, yeah.
So
I
that's
remember
why
reading
we
that.
didn't proceed.
That was from the select board?
Yeah.
No, that was from the assessor's office.
I was
Okay.
gonna
It was
say,
sent on-
because I watch every selectmen's meeting.
Yeah.
and
It was
I
sent on
wasn't- I
March
was-
31st,
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Last year.
Yeah. So
Of
what
this
is,
year or last year?
this year.
25?
That was this year.
so what does the pilot program consist of? If the taxes are, let's say, $6,500?
So we get the 50% off? Was that what it was? We pay 50% of the tax?
I'd have to check on that.
Okay.
I don't think they agreed to that though. They agreed to just the 2020, to it beginning in 2026, but I don't think they agreed to the 50%.
What did they agree to
What did
then?
they agree to then? That's, yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to go check.
Okay.
There's the tonnage fee.
Well, they sent us that contract.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Alright, can I move along?
Yeah.
Alright.
But it wasn't 50%,
It wasn't?
no.
Okay, so, I think we finished correspondence, right?
Yeah.
And the quarterly report or whatever, okay, I think that's it. Alright,
You did
fine.
your update.
Finance review. Alright, Bob, how's your IRA doing?
That's the other thing, Rachel, when we go down, get you access to that, and I think we have to change the address on that as well. I think that is up on
It's soon, I said just go renew it.
July
Voted.
22nd, if I remember correctly. So we'll have to stop in there before that, and tell them that we'd like to renew that for another 6 months or a year, whatever.
Whatever, great work, yeah, cause we voted on it last month.
Yeah.
Whatever makes the most sense. Alright, anything else on the finance review? Anybody have any comment?
Cool.
Everything's good, alright. Alright, we already did the furniture thing. Where's my last page?
Sale of Perry Street, we did already.
Alright, sale of Perry Street, okay, the mission statement. Did anybody look at the mission statement? Donna had shown two, one that's actually on our website
That's correct.
and one that was used for whatever reason at the debate, the League of Women Voters debate.
The one that was used at the League of Women's debate is from the website, and the other one was on my computer. The very short one-sentence one,
I thought the one that you said was yours was the one that I saw somewhere. Not the League of Women Voter one.
well, the one that was right on the League of Women Voters, I did go onto the town website, and it was right there on the SRA
Oh.
page.
So we have two different ones.
And the other one came right from my laptop, it was under policies.
Okay, so I must have read it from somewhere under policies then, and not on on the website. All right, so does anybody have any thought of anything about this mission statement? Okay, so the one on the computer, I'll read it because everyone's looking. The Stoughton Redevelopment Authority is dedicated to the improvement of the town's economic base and tax revenue through the redevelopment of its physical resources, including commercial/retail facilities, infrastructure, and underutilized land areas. And then the mission statement from the League of Women Voters Night. The present focus of the SRA is the redevelopment of downtown Stoughton. Working in concert with the select board and the planning board, the SRA is well positioned to be the agency of change to improve the physical conditions and aesthetics of our town center.
Merge the two together.
Yeah, they're both good, so.
It can be improved upon, but it can, we'll merge them together.
Except is the present focus the downtown?
In my opinion, no.
What is that present code?
We
I think
can,
that limits you.
we can redevelop anywhere in the town of Stoughton.
Exactly.
And as
Where
much as maybe other authorities have voted on this area, you gotta realize that whole area where Bob's and everything else was, that
Right.
was the first that was not in Stoughton Center. We are
Or
not,
Stoughton Technology.
right, we are not
Right.
pigeonholing
Yeah, so,
pigeonholing to Stoughton Center.
right.
I like, my opinion, I like the top one, it's up to what everybody else, I think it's more generic. And,
I think the downtown Stoughton is only in regards to the urban renewal plan. Like, cause that was what it was focused on, so at that point
but
when
we
you're.
could still
Yeah, so
do
like,
something.
Yes, no, but like
Yeah.
that is why it is only saying downtown
Yeah.
Stoughton as opposed to the rest of the town. Because at that point, when that mission statement was written, the focus was on the urban renewal
Okay.
plan.
Gotcha.
What it doesn't mention in this also is that basically what our function is too, is the mission of the authority is to follow through on the premise and follow the coattails of the town's master plan.
Right.
So it's not so much the urban renewal plan, it's the master plan of the town. That's what we're guided by or not, which covers your base of saying, it's not just downtown.
Right.
It's
Right.
everywhere. And it's in your retail, your commercial, retail,
Right.
residential. So it should reflect, that doesn't reflect that.
Why, do you wanna add that on there?
You know, I'm just gonna write that in.
You
right
go
now.
write
I'm
that
gonna
right
do
on
that
in,
right
if
now.
everybody seems to be good with it, unless somebody wants him to add something else in. I think that would cover everything.
So are we gonna strike the present focus of the redevelopment as downtown Stoughton?
Do we need to take a vote on it? Let's take a vote on it. We wanna
What?
strike the second one.
I
We're
mean,
striking that one.
Are we
And we're
striking the
work-
whole part of the second one?
We're striking the whole second.
Why don't we strike the whole thing and rewrite it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
with these
but
premises in
she's
here?
writing, he's kinda adding something to the top one.
So why don't we do this, we'll take the vote now to strike, let's do this, let's table this. And then, but what our intentions are to, that's what we'll do, we'll strike this whole thing and come up with a better one for the next
Okay,
meeting.
well, all right, so finish writing what you're doing, so.
I'm just doing notes, yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
just
did
doing notes.
anybody else wanna add anything besides the master plan to the top one? I mean, I don't know how in-depth we wanna get.
Not very.
I don't, right.
I mean, like maybe something about supporting local businesses, but that like
That goes
specific,
along
if
with
you
the
wanted
master
to.
plan, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what the master plan is focused on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very little changes, but I can change the
Okay, and
language
bring
on
it
it.
back next month?
I think
Yeah.
Natasha raised her hand.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Sorry.
no, I was saying,
Unless anybody else wants to take a
master
crack at
plan
it.
encompasses all of
Right.
that.
Right.
All right, so you're good, you're good, you're good. All right, so we're gonna table this till next month,
Sure, if you so desire.
if you guys okay with that?
Mhm.
All right.
So will you send me
Mhm.
the copy with your changes?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, 300th anniversary update, okay, Chair Harbeck, that's me. All right, so I went to the 300th anniversary meeting a couple weeks ago, and I think it was kind of mixed. So there's 300th anniversary of the town, William Stoughton, who the town is named after, was the judge in the Salem witch trials, and I
There's
thought
Governor of
maybe-
Massachusetts.
Governor whatever, and I thought maybe we could sponsor an event at the 300th, because there was nothing historical about Stoughton. So I mentioned this and mentioned, I went over it in a couple of meetings, I won't get into the whole thing, but there was like, if you wanted to dress like a witch, a fire, and I think a few of the people didn't like the fact that whatever. So I think they wanna work with, I think they like the idea that it was historical, but they didn't like, I'm not saying all of them. So, his town historian did somewhat reach out to me, so I said, okay, maybe we can tame it down and do it. It was an event that was gonna have food and beer vendors at Halloran Park. But would be very limited to when we could do it because of fires and when they do another event. So then I was saying, well, maybe if we did it in August, between July and September, like the first Friday in August, when it's hot and it's bright out, nix the fire, nix the witches, have the food, maybe we could even do a band, do food, vendors, beer vendors. And it was mentioned there to have a dunk tank, and I'm, not in December, but maybe in August. And, somebody actually already volunteered to get on the dunk tank.
Oh,
What do you mean?
No,
definitely not me.
it was a female that says, well, a lot of people don't like me in this town, I'll get on there.
Yeah.
But, so you know who it is, cause she's funny.
Right.
But if it's an event that, young people, I'm not just saying young people, but to me, there didn't seem to be a lot of events geared to younger people. There's a lot of things for kids and for older people, but the 30s and 40s that would like to go and grab a beer and whatever, so I will continue to reach out to them and see if we can move this forward.
Thank you.
If you guys are okay with,
Yeah, yeah.
That sounds
toning
great.
it down. And also, Peter had mentioned something about maybe doing a little, skit, like a mock
town hall, town meeting.
town meeting about the witches and,
Yeah.
a little.
It's about
fun.
anything, I mean, basically, because the vibe was going towards, we're not gonna
Yeah.
spotlight the witches, that's
Yeah.
fine. So what you can do, basically, it's a town hall or a town meeting where when they voted to incorporate the town. So you just do stuff like that in through the history of the town. Stuff
No,
like
something if they wanna get into that, but that would be something that they would do,
Yeah.
not us. We're not gonna get up there and act,
Mm.
or unwanted act,
Why not?
whatever. But, I mean, we got a year.
Yeah, exactly,
If it's a
exactly.
year from August, then, I mean, it would be nice to sponsor an event, I guess that's what I'm saying. So,
Actually, like the thought of having something about the Salem witch trial. We, my husband, we took our girls to go see the exhibit that they have, up in Salem.
yeah,
It's amazing. I go every year.
Yeah, it's really nice.
yeah,
It would be really cool if we could get someone from the museum to speak on it, because that was a really major event that took place
It was a turning point,
Massachusetts.
right?
as well, just knowing about.
I know, but it seems some
I
people
wonder
say.
if we could get like a reenactor type, like if they do the reenactor there, because I know they do at the one that's like.
See, I'm thinking they really kinda, I mean, I kinda got that, you know,
Thing, like-
I think
Is
people.
it because you came up with the idea?
No, I think it was
Really
like.
didn't?
No, I think there was a
I-
few.
No,
But I think the other people, because the people there, there was other people that were interested in participating, and one of the members.
I mean, the whole thing,
One of the members flat out asked, there was a young man from high school there that was gonna do something, he was up after me. And they said, Jimmy, what'd you say his name? Hey, Jimmy, did you know this? And he said, no. And then a lot of people my age or older did not know
know that,
who
yeah.
William Stoughton was.
Yeah.
And, I said, you know, I kinda said, it's history. Whether you like it or not, it's history. And there is nothing historical, and you may not like what happened, but people make mistakes. You move on, you learn from history. And so I think a lot of, whatever, so I'll work on it and keep you abreast of the situation.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, they're gonna have events all the whole year long, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we could stick them in there somewhere, I mean, it's gotta,
So, I mean, maybe it'd be nicer to do it in the nicer weather,
could be.
you know, it's lighter and whatever. All right, so that's that. CPC activities, any good CPC activities? What's going on in the meetings, Bob?
I think from the last update, the only thing is the Jones School project, Halloran Park. They poured the foundation and they're making some headway as far as
Good.
that's concerned, so,
It looks like August for that.
yeah, as long as they get good weather and, it's weird, it's gotta settle for like 26 days once they pour it,
Yeah.
it's like 26 days, where'd you come up with that number, but,
Used to be a year.
yeah, but anyways, that was the latest, update from the CPC, I have a meeting with them, next Wednesday.
I watched your meeting.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
So Natasha, just so you know, the Community Preservation Committee, the CPC, that taxes that, do you know what the CPC is? Okay. So the board, certain boards have a representative, has to be on that committee. So the redevelopment has to have somebody on the committee. So Bob is our elected committee member for that, and he brings us his update on what's going on the CPC.
Thanks, Bob.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, so the new accounting firm, number 13 member, I did say I don't have, he wasn't taking the new accounts. So you wrote to our existing person to see if they could do.
I
the
wrote to her
extra-
twice. First time, I did not get a response, and 5 days later, I contacted her again, and she said, well, I was away, I'll send you the list when I get back, and she never sent it to me. So you asked me to reach out to
Yeah.
the Randolph Redevelopment
Yeah.
Authority, and I did, and they've been absorbed into the town of Randolph, and the Groton Redevelopment Authority has been disbanded.
Okay. Hey Natasha, do you know any good CPAs? We need a CPA
Okay.
for the redevelopment authority, and our hands are kind of we have somebody who does very little, but now we are going to need, and the person that I knew isn't taking it, and like, it's not that easy to find, it's not just, you have to be a CPA, not just an accountant. So if you know anybody.
I think the major question is, they do an annual report that accounting firm does for us now. They do Donna's 1099 at the end of the year, but the big question is the sale of this property. what are we, do we have to pay any taxes on the proceeds, or, being a quasi-government entity, do we fall under the rules and regulations of, public entity? So that's the big question. If, hopefully we sell this property this year, that would be the question that we'd wanna make sure that we're covered for.
And I did pose that question to the accountant we've used in the past.
Right.
Yeah.
No response though.
No response?
All right, vote to approve the 5/14/25 executive session minutes.
That was pretty brief.
Motion made.
Second.
All in
Aye.
favor?
All right.
Abstaining? Natasha's abstaining. Okay, action items list. This is a list that Donna puts up and all the things that we're supposed to do that nobody does except for Donna. No, I'm only kidding. And
I'm
Donna,
required
and, but it
required to.
is very good because we'll talk about it next time, we don't. So we have to, it's a great, and it's actually part of the policy of the Redevelopment Authority, this action item list. So Bob, you do the short straw and Rachel this month. Did you reach out, Rachel, reach out to Smack? About
I
Rachel?
reached out to all of the department heads.
Okay, you already went over
And,
it.
yeah, so I
And you-
did that,
And
I
you
don't remember the
created
day.
Yeah, that's fine, and you created the inventory.
Yes.
Bob, reach out to the treasurer, you did, and reach out to the council on aging, which you did. Okay,
In the recreation department.
do I have to pencil that in?
I'm just letting you know, just
I
in
know,
case
you told
someone's,
us.
so.
All right, and Donna did all
Oh,
her
I
stuff.
did it on June 12th, by the way, just on the email.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like everything is done. Beautiful. All right, so our next meeting will be the second, calendar. So it'll be August 13th will be our next meeting.
Jeff said he can come to the August meeting.
Okay, beautiful.
Why the 13th?
Because that's the second Wednesday of the month,
Yeah.
isn't it?
That's
Sixth
what I
is the
counted
first.
too.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
trust us.
No, I just get the
Calendar.
CPC is the
Oh.
first week and,
So that must be the 6th.
yeah.
Okay, so.
That's right, we didn't have a meeting in July because it was the second, okay.
All right, so, we're gonna go into an executive session, and from executive session, we will close the meeting. We're gonna go into executive session to consider the possible acquisition of the property for the purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property if the chairman decides that an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the negotiating position of the public body pursuant to Mass General Laws, Chapter 30A, Section 21A6. Sale of 24 Perry Street, and that will not be on there because we don't have a sale or a buyer, bidder. But the 100 Page Street, we will be going into. Do I have a motion to go into executive session?
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and thank you, everybody. Have a great summer. We'll see you next month.